Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Okay, hello Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to Bali.
Thank you.
How are you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Fine, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how was your flight, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Great.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Uh, First, let me introduce myself. My name is Trisna, and I'm a guide of Nusa Dua Bali Tour and Travel. I will accompany you while you are in Bali, and I will be responsible for your trip here in Bali. Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, may I request you to show your hotel voucher? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So you will check in at Bali Beach Hotel at 8 p.m., right?
Yes.
Okay. Are these your baggages and bag, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Okay. So you bring 2 baggages and 1 big bag, right?
Yes.
Okay. So before we get in the car, do you need to use a restroom, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Alright, Mrs. Smith, the restroom is over there. Mr. Smith and I will wait for you here.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Alright, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the car is over there, and allow me to take care of your baggages as well as your bag. And let me lead you to the car. Please follow me.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, please let me introduce myself officially as well as my team. So my name is Trisna, and here is our driver, Mr. Andika. We are from Nusa Dua Bali Tour and Travel, and here we have some refreshment for you. Here is some refreshment for you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Okay, thank you.
and please take this towel too.
Alright. Thank you.
Okay. So personally, it is a great honor for me to meet you in Bali, and it is a good honor for us to accompany you while you are in Bali. Thank you for choosing Nusa Dua Bali Tour and Travel. You are most welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the hotel is located at Sanur, near the Sanur beach, as you can see here.
Yes.
And from this hotel you can see the beautiful view of beach. It will take 30 minutes to your hotel, and so please remain seated and fasten your safety belts until we reach the hotel.
Okay.
Okay, and then please let me inform you about the local time, the weather, as well as the currency in here in Indonesia, especially in Bali. So it is about 7 p.m. right now, and you may set your time to 7 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
And about the weather, as you can see, here is a rainy season. And about the currency, in Indonesia we have our own currency named rupiahs. $1 is equal to 14,000 rupiahs. So do you have any question about the local time, the weather, as well as the currency, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Alright, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so now please let me inform you about the Bali in general. So Bali is famous as an island of 1,000 temples. It is located at south of Indonesia, and Denpasar is the capital city of Bali. And based on the 2019 data, there are about 4.36 million people live in Bali, and most of them are Hindus. Besides, in Bali there are so many tourist destinations as well as the cultural attraction such as Balinese dance, Kecak dance, gamelan, calonarang, tek-tekan, and etc. Besides, as I said before, Bali has so many tourist destination or attraction. Start from the beach, for example, like Kuta Beach, Sanur Beach, Pandawa Beach, Lavina Beach, and etc. And here also you can see the views of rice fields such as in Tegalalang and Jatiluwih. And after that, you can visit the waterfalls such as Teganungan Waterfall, Ambangan Waterfall, Git-Git Waterfall, and etc. And you can also see the mountains such as Mount Batur, Mount Batu Karu, and etc. In other words, Bali is one of the recommended places to visit. So, do you have any question, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No.
Okay, thank you. And Mrs. Smith, look at your left side. It is Benoa Harbor. It is the entrance to Denpasar city through the sea. And in front of us is a Ground Zero Bali monument. It is a monument to commemorate the tragedy during the Bali bombing on 12th of October 2012. It killed 202 people, both foreign and local. Every 12th of October, many local people and foreign come to visit the monument to commemorate the Bali bombing tragedy. And in a few minutes, we will pass the Satya Dharma Temple. It is a first Chinese temple in Benoa Harbor. It is hoped that it will be a place of worship for the sailors from the various countries as well as a tourist attraction. And do you want to stop by to take some photos at the Satya Dharma Temple, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Andika, please stop by at the Satya Dharma Temple because Mr. and Mrs. Smith want to visit there and want to take some photos there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Andika. So before we continue our way to the hotel, do you need to use a restroom, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No.
Okay, so now let's go to the car. And please get in the car and make yourself comfortable because we will continue our way to the hotel. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, do you take a lot of photos in Satya Dharma Temple?
Yes.
And what do you think about Satya Dharma Temple?
Great.
Okay, I agree with you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It is a very unique temple, right?
Yes.
Okay, and for tomorrow, we already have our schedule. Should we discuss about our schedule for tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Okay, so tomorrow we will start our trip at 8 a.m. and the first destination that we will visit is Jatiluwih. In Jatiluwih, we will visit the waterfall named Yeho Waterfall, and after that we will going around the village by horse. And then after that we will visit the Batukara temple to see some ancient artifacts there. And after that we will have our lunch at the Danau Lake Restaurant View, and after that we will visit the Bratan Lake, which located at the opposite of the restaurant. And the last one is we will visit the Tanahro temple to see the beautiful sunset with the silhouette of temple, which is very beautiful and amazing. So do you have problems or question about tomorrow's trip, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No.
Okay, thank you. And okay, we will arrive at the hotel for about 5 minutes, and please prepare yourself and make sure you bring all of your stuffs, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay.
Alright, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we already arrived at the hotel, and now please let me inform you about our hotel. So this hotel have various facilities such as restaurant, which is open at 7 until 10:30 a.m. for breakfast, and it is located at the first floor, and the restaurant has a direct beach view. And after that we also have a swimming pool, which is open at 3 until 6 p.m. and it is close to the bar, and we also have a bar which is open 24 hours. And after that, we also have a spa which is open at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Besides, we also have a children's play area which is open at 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. And the last thing, that we have an outdoor place where the performance or the show is usually performed. Usually there is a performance of Balinese dance, kecak dance, gamelan, barong dance, and many more. And Mr. and Mrs. Smith, do you have any question about our hotel?
No.
Okay, so for your registration and or payment, it will be settled by Nusa Dua Bali Tour and Travel, so you don't need to make a registration or payment anymore.
Okay.
Okay, and now, do you have any question or any problems or anything else, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No thanks.
Okay, so I want to reconfirm your belongings. So from the airport, you bring 2 baggages and one big bag, right?
Yes.
And here they are. So now, I think that everything is fine. And if you need any assistance, please call me anytime, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Okay.
Okay, so now please take a rest for tonight, and I hope you have a great night. And thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. See you tomorrow, and good night.
Okay, thank you, Trishna.
Thank you.